mathematics. So today we will solve one question where there is a house is given and windows are there into the houses. Okay. So in this question there is some window, okay, and the lower window of the high of a house is at a height of 2 meter. Okay. Let's say here it's a window. This is a window, okay, and let's say this is a lower window. That means another window is also there, but it will be above the given one. It's a lower window. Let's say this is at this average height, okay, and the lower window of a house is at a height of 2 meter above the ground, and the distance of this from the ground, let's say this is the ground, okay, let's say this is the ground, this is our ground. This is ground, okay, and it's given that the lower window of a house is at a height of 2 meter above the ground. So the height, this height is 2 meter. This height is 2 meter above the ground, right? And it's given that its upper window is at 4 meter vertically above the lower window. Its height is 4 meter, upper window is 4 meter vertically above the lower window. So from this window, another window is there which is just vertically above it. Okay. Let's say this is the second window. Let's say this is the second window, right? This is the second window. Right? And if this is at height, let's say, and this is denoted by the point, okay, then the distance between the two windows is given to you. So what that? It's given that the second window is 4 meter vertically above the lower window, right? So this is the lower window, and above this second window is located, and the distance of this is 4 meter, right? It's 4 meter, right? And in the question it's also given that at certain instant the angle of elevation of a balloon from this window are observed to be 60 and 30 degrees respectively. So let's say there is a balloon, maybe upward like this, okay. So let's say there is a balloon, is our balloon, right? So it's a balloon, and we can represent it by, let's say, average point this, right? And from here the angle of elevation, that means you are looking upward, so this will be the elevation from the lower window, okay. Since you're looking upward, so this will be the angle of elevation, okay. This is 60 degree and 30 degree respectively. So from the lower window you are looking more upward, and from the upper window you are looking less upward because you are increased with a height of 4 meter, right? So from here also there is an angle of elevation. I mean to say, from second window there is an angle of elevation, and here we have this as angle of elevation. So here it's given that 60 degree, that is the angle of elevation from the lower window, and from this point, that is from the second window, the angle of elevation is 30 degree, right? This angle will be lower than the this angle, because this window is located lower and this window is located upward. So now just draw a straight line like this, okay, and just connect balloon height directly to the ground. So this will be the vertical height and this will be at 90 degree, right? Just consider it 90, because this is a straight line and it's a perpendicular, right? And this is also a perpendicular, so it will also be equal to 90 degree. Now we have to find what we have to find the height of the balloon above the ground. That means we need to find this height, this one, okay? This need to be calculated, right? Now do one thing, let us name the different points. Let's say the balloon is at B, okay, and this point is A, right? And let the middle point is C, and when the point where the straight line, horizontal line from window, lower window, is interacting or intersecting at the vertical line from the balloon, let's say this is D, this point, this is D, right? Now what we will do, we need to find the length of AB. So it's very easy question because we have two triangles, okay? Also this part is left, so let us name them. So let's say it's P. Let's say this point as Q, and let's say this point as R, right? So here we need to calculate the length of AB. AB as what, right? So first of all, consider what is the main thing which we need to consider over here, that the distance between C to R, right, and distance between D to Q, this will always be constant, because if you are making a vertical straight line along the window, okay, and you can see this is also a straight line, right, the perpendicular distance of the balloon from the ground. So the distance between two perpendicular lines, that means you can say these are the parallel lines, and the distance between two parallel lines are always constant, right? So that's why CR will be equal to DQ. This is very important that you need to understand it. So that CR equal to DQ, and from this we will use the trigonometrical ratio to compare these quantities to equate. So let us see how we are doing it, okay? This is 2 meter, P to Q is 2 meter, then A to D will be, this will also be equal to 2 meter, isn't it? 2 meter. Since Q to R is 4 meter, that is the distance between the two windows is 4 meter, then C to D will also be equal to 4 meter, isn't it? 4 meter and 2 meter, right? Now, if we calculate this distance, that means C to B, and add it with 4 and 2, you'll get the balloon height, right? Now what we will do, we will simply, let me check where is my pen, I have just kept it over here. Yeah, so actually 2 is known to you, 4 is known to you, you need to calculate B to C, So let's say this is x. I will be using a different color. Let's say this is x, right? And let's say the distance between C to R equal to D to Q. That means C to R, this one, D to Q, this one, and A to B, this one. All are equal. And A to P, all are equal. And the let's say this is equal to Y. Let us assume it. Okay. And from B to C, let's say this is X. Let it, right? So we have assumed two variables over here. One is BC equal to X and another is CR equal to DQ equal to AP, because all these three lengths are equal. The horizontal distance between the straight line from balloon to ground and the vertical lines from the of the windows to the ground. Okay, and it is equal to Y. We have assumed it, right? Now what we will do, let us consider the first triangle BCR. So in right angle triangle BCR, this will be a right angle triangle because this is 90 degree. You can see here, this is 90, right? So in right angle triangle BCR, you are knowing this angle of elevation, that is 30 degree, and we are going to find out this one. So the relation between this and this distance CR will be tan. So we will be taking tan. So tan of 30 degree, that means tangent of 30 degree is equal to BC by CR, right? Is equal to BC by CR. You know the BC is, we have considered it as X, and CR, you can see CR is Y. So tan 30 is X by Y. So this is one of the relation which we have derived. This is one of the relation which we have derived. That is a relation between X and Y. Since tan 30, we are knowing the value of tan 30, it's 1 by root 3. So we can say that if 1 by root 3 is here, so let me write it rather than, yeah. If tan 30 is 1 by root 3 and it is equal to X by Y, then by cross multiplication, we get Y equal to root 3X, isn't it? So this is the one of the relation which we have derived. Y, the relation between Y and X. So here two variables. So we need to find another equation so that we will be able to solve the values, both the equations, to get the values of X and Y, right? X and Y. So this is our one of the equation. Let's say this is equation number 1. This is equation number 1. Now we have considered triangle BCR. This is done. Now come to the this triangle, that is which is forming with the lower window, triangle BDQ. Okay, here in the center I'm writing the right angle, the point where it's right angle. So we can see in triangle BDQ, right? BDQ. What happened in triangle BDQ? Again, this angle of elevation is known to you. So find the relation between this and this, which is tangent. Why this and this is required? Because this is unknown to us, that need to be found. And we have already have a relation with y equal to root 3x earlier. And if you will be able to find x, just add this x with 4 and 2, right? If you found any of the information which I am providing over here, as usual, you can like and subscribe. Thank you. So in triangle BDQ, the relation between the tangent will be tan of 60 degree equal to BD by DQ, isn't it? BD by DQ. And what is the value of BD? BD is BC plus CD, isn't it? It's equal to BC plus CD, right? And what is the value of BC? B to C is our X. So, sorry, this divided by DQ. I left DQ over here, so DQ. And what is the value of DQ? You can see CR equal to DQ equal to AP equal to Y. So, it will be DQ which is equal to Y, and into the next line we will write the values BC plus CD. So BC will be X plus CD. CD you are knowing 4 meter, that is the distance between the two windows. X plus 4 divided by DQ. DQ, that means Y, right? And this is equal to tan 60 degree. And what is the value of tan 60? Tan 60, what is the value of tan 60? Isn't it root 3? Right? Few of these values you need to remember, okay? Otherwise it can be also given into the question. Anyway, so just solve this to get another equation. After that we will solve both the equations. So this will give you root 3 times, this will give you root 3 times y equal to x plus 4, or we can say y as x plus 4 by root 3. So this is another relation which we have derived. So let's say this is equation number 2. So just compare the values of y from equation number 1 and equation number 2, right? Just compare the values. So we can see from equation number 1 and equation number 2, the value of y is calculated as root 3x from equation 1, and from equation 2 it's x plus 4 by root 3. X plus 4 by root 3. Yes, now we are on the right path because we have only one equation and with one variable, because we used the substitution method to replace the value of y, right? And one of the variable y is replaced. Now just solve to get the value of x, and whatever the value it's there, just add it with 4 and 2 to get the complete height a to b. Then this will be the height of the balloon. Now solve it. Root 3 into root 3, this will be coming as x, right? X into 3, because root 3 is coming 2 times. This will be equal to x plus 4. So when this x will be coming into the LHS, you will get 2x equal to 4. This will give you the value of x as 4 by 2 equal to 2 meter. Right, we have solved this question now because the value of x is known to us now, and this is 2 meter. Wow, fundamentally we are perfect. 2 meter. This is calculated. Now we have solved this question. How? We have to calculate the height of the balloon. And height of the balloon, it's very easy. It's B to C plus C to D plus D to A. And we are knowing 2 meter, 4 meter, and 2 meter. Just add 2 plus 4, 6 plus 2, 8. So 8 meter is the answer, right? So the balloon height will be equal to BC. This we have calculated x as 2 meter here, right? BC plus CD, this one, plus DA, right? And what is the value of BC? The BC is x, which is calculated as, this is our BC, right? So it is calculated as 2 meter. So put the value of BC as 2. And what is the value of CD? CD is 4. Then it will be added BC plus CD. Apart from these 2 and 4, add the value of DA also. What is the value of DA? That means D to A. This is 2 meter. This one. Then add 2. All these are in meters. When you add it, you will get 2 plus 4, 6 plus 2, 8 meter. So 8 meter is the height of the balloon. And in this way we have solved this question. Students, if you find it useful, you can like and subscribe. Thank you so much for your time. It's the board examination. You can carry on because there will be exam time. Okay, and there will be perfectly a question of 5 marks for on height and distance. You can solve it. Okay, whatever be the value of the marks, but there will be a question of height and distance. Okay, you can use the basic concept to solve. Okay, how we have done it, I've explained each and every steps over here, right? Now what I will do, you can refer through the class discussion, and definitely this will help you. Okay, not even right now, even for understanding the concepts of height and distance, and this will be very much fruitful to you. Thank you so much for your time, and I think you can carry on. And in this way we have solved this question of 8 meter. So this will be 8 meter. So 8 meter is this height, the height of the balloon from this ground. This is the ground, horizontal ground, right? Thank you, students. Thanks for your time. Bye bye. Take care. We can wind up. Yep. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just like and subscribe, students, if you find it useful. Otherwise, it's your call, not an issue. Thank you. Happy to learn. Bye bye. Any query you can put up into the comment box. I will get back to you. For further concepts of height and distance and other questions, I will come in the live session and explain you. Okay. But next time I am trying to explain the topic of AP. Okay. So let's concentrate and solve other questions of height and distance from the books, whatever the books you are having. Okay. Even from the internet, you can uh, download the multiple text papers. Okay, and solve the as many questions as you can do from height and distance. Okay, so this will clear your concept of height and distance. Okay, so the basic application of trigonometry is in the height and distance, and this is the field where you are applying these thoughts into the regular day-to-day life. Okay, in your architecture courses, and even in your engineering, or whatever the field, in the day-to-day life, in the real life, these applications of height and distance will be used. Okay, so students, just like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will say, keep on learning, and you will succeed. Nobody can stop you to succeed. Okay, I know you have the capability and you deserve that. If you are giving your time in understanding the basic concepts, and doing much practice, then nobody is going to stop you. You will succeed. Okay, and you achieve your goal, and I am there to support. Okay, don't hesitate to write me. Okay, I am always there with you. Thank you so much. In my subjects, I will try to help you so that you can have a better grip over the subject. Okay, thank you so much for watching, students. I will say happy learning, and you can use these height and distance concepts to, and you can solve other textbook questions. Okay, and this will be a subject, this will be a topic where you can score full marks. Okay, generally this come into a long term, long type questions. Okay, and possibly not less than 5 marks will be allotted for this. Okay, thank you so much. And you can do the practices from the textbooks, and you can, so if you solve different types of questions from height and distance, it will be better. Your concept and grip over the subject will be better, and it will give you a lot many of confidence. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you. Bye bye.